Hello and welcome to Goddess Resurrection. My name is Britta and I am your host, and today's episode is on Manifest Your Future. It's time. It's time. Ready or not, here we go. So in this episode, I'm going to give you 3 points that are really kind of like the foundational knowledge for you to work with in terms of manifesting yourself anew in this new earth paradigm, in this field of infinite possibilities that the new earth is, right? So these 3 keys that I want to share with you are absolutely necessity for you to stay aware of yourself, aware of everything that you're wanting to be and that you have come here to be. Before we dive in, hello, my gorgeous. So I hope you're breathing and feeling. Tonight's the new moon and it's in 0 degrees Virgo. Now, this doesn't mean that you have to rush. No, because we're just today anchoring in the eclipse season. And we have another new moon also in Virgo at 29 degrees of Virgo. That's the solar eclipse on September 21st, I believe it is. Yes, so it's like bookmarks. So this is a hugely, hugely important time. And tonight's new moon in Virgo is at 0 degrees, and it's very similar to the tarot card, the Fool, right? The 0, the new beginning. This is fated. We are being pulled into our destiny. We are being pulled into our new earth, which means soul guided, right? Remember that the foundation to the new earth experience and manifestation is that it's soul guided. It's not the logic only. It's not the ego only. It's not, just logically creating or manifesting any longer, because the logic is of service to your soul, to your soul's mission, to your soul's purpose. You have your intentions for this lifetime, your soul that you really are. You came into this body at this time, ascension time. Hello, you came here with such specific intention. And so now it's time for you to understand that you've got to let go. You have to trust yourself. You have to trust your intuition. You have to learn to trust and connect more deeply with yourself as the soul that you really are. And then, of course, you'll use the logic to serve that mission, to serve that sense of purpose, to serve that inspiration, to serve that which is to a greater calling, that which speaks to the unity, the oneness, right? So to stay in this alignment and remember this foundational vibrational activation that you want to keep coming back to and practicing. Crown chakra up into the highest parts of your soul, root chakra down into and through your earth grounding cord. Both of these meet along and through the spine in the heart chakra, opening through the heart chakra, the front and the backside. Practice that, visualize it, bring it to work, bring it to school, bring it on the date, bring it to the beach, wherever you go, just see it. Just stay in this visualization and this feeling. And the more that you do, the more it anchors in, right? Because patterning, remember, happens quickly. We energetically pattern like that. And so use that to your advantage. The time is now. It truly is. Okay, my gorgeous, let's jump in. The first thing that you need to keep doing, and I say need to keep doing because this is a continuum. We are just birthing the new earth, right? We are just beginning this building, this creation. And you have many, many, many layers of the things that do not serve your light. And you might not know all of the things that are not serving your light at this point, at this moment in time. And that's okay. This is why I say continuously, you need to now pay attention continuously to what feels out of alignment, what feels in your knowing that it's just not suiting you any longer. Behaviors, tendencies, people, places, right? And it doesn't mean you have to throw out the baby with the bathwater. It's just sometimes requires a communication, or it just requires for you to have a certain awareness as to how maybe in the past you would react, but you want to respond in a new way instead, right? So it's a constant self-observation now. And these energies that don't serve you any longer, these ways in which you've been living or choosing that don't serve you any longer, they will continue to arise, right? These layers will continue to come up. These awarenesses will continue to come into your mind. You will know when it's time to clear yet another layer, or to adjust yourself to yet another awareness. And so to stay very present to this, right? To ask yourself, okay, so what isn't serving me any longer? What isn't serving my light? What isn't serving my goddess any longer? What isn't serving my new earth self any longer? And as you are realizing, then you also want to go a little deeper and you want to ask yourself, what is still keeping me stuck to this which isn't serving me any longer? What is still keeping me stuck? Is it an old belief, an old attachment, an old need, an old way of grasping, an old belief? Right? So really allow yourself to work with it. Work with the depth, with the layers of what is not serving you in your new earth, in your goddess, in your light, in your self-worth, in your self-love, in your authority. What is not feeling good and right any longer? And so allow yourself to just start flowing with that. These old energies have to keep clearing out. There is no other way. You're never there. Remember, sometimes people ask me, well, so when is this all going to be done? All this purging and, I just kind of just want to feel happy. And I'm like, okay. Well, thing is, there is no end. There is no end to your purging. Once you have cleared your entire soul, which that in and of itself is probably going to take your entire lifetime, right? Because you have to think of it in terms of how many layers are there to all of the lifetimes you've had? Mentally, emotionally, physically, spiritually, right? So many old energies. And then if you manage to purge all of your lives, this is when you're ascending. And now you're going to start taking on soul members, soul group members, light family members. So don't think of purging as a bad thing. Don't think of navigating your way out of old ways as a bad thing. Don't think of growing out of old ways as a negative thing. It's a positive thing. You got to start shifting your perception on it and think of it, oh, I'm purging, yay. Another layer, clearing space for more light, more authority, more empowerment, more truth, more divinity that gets to embody. You've got to go with it now. You've got to be smarter than your ego. You got to outgrow that old perception of, oh, I just want to feel good, right? That's ego too. It's attachment to this idea of, oh, I just want to feel good. Well, that's not Earth. That's not this reality. You wouldn't have incarnated here at this time if you only wanted to feel good. Then you would have stayed in a much higher dimension, right? That's just the way it is. Because Earth, even though we're ascending, we're still dealing with a lot of density, and you're having to ascend, and you chose to ascend in this lifetime. So therefore, shift your perception on it. Make it a positive thing. Look at it as, yay, I get to clear more. Yay, I get to outgrow more. Yay, I get to elevate yet again. Yay, I am seeing more and deeper than I did yesterday. And I'm going to make room for more of my light now, right? So look at it as a positive thing. This is number one. And it's so important. This is why I placed it as number one, because there's just so much resistance to the not feeling perfect every day or every moment, right? So much resistance to the, whatever it is, the emotional pain that's clearing, or physical pain that's clearing, or mental pain that's clearing. And all of it now has to be perceived as a blessing, as a good thing. You get triggered, celebrate that, because that shows you exactly where you still need to work on yourself, where you still need to go deeper. Okay, okay. Good. Number two, and this is not even a choice anymore. It's not even an option anymore. It's a must. And that is grounding. Grounding is, I don't even know how to put it into words. You cannot ascend without grounding. You cannot integrate your light without grounding. You can't even tap into your soul's communication without grounding. Grounding has to become the number one practice. You want to be grounding morning and night. You want to be grounding while you're in a meeting. You want to be grounding while you're on a date. You want to be grounding while you're with a friend. You want to be grounding while you're with your children. You want to be grounding no matter where you are and what you're doing. It's the truth, because we're not in the 60s any longer. We're not here to get out of here and forget about this reality and just, swim around in some other dimension. No. We're here to bring in our divinity, hence goddess, right? And you cannot bring in your goddess. You cannot embody your goddess if you are not grounded. It's impossible. You've got to be grounded, because it's a fusion. Remember, we're now walking in two worlds. We are now existing in a duality that's a oneness. Remember, the duality is just the illusion, but it helps to understand that, yes, be noble, for you are made of stars. Be humble, for you are made of earth. You're here to be both right now. You're here to stay aware of both parts of you right now. And this fusion of your divine self within this body, that is ascension. We're not here to get out of here. We're here to ground into it so deeply, so firmly. You want to burrow as the light into this body like a tick. Like just get into this body the deepest way you can. So grounding, think of it as you're not gonna get any happiness if you're not grounded. Really, that's the way it is. Because grounding is the foundation for your light embodiment, for your ascension, for your goddess embodiment. Grounding is the foundation for you to be able to be in your soul's communication, like I've said, to manifest your new earth. So grounding is which holds your future. If you want to create your future, if you want to create that happiness, if you want to love life and yourself and love your partner and your work and feel passionate about what you do and get up in the morning with excitement because you're on your mission, you've got to be grounded. There is no other way. And so I know I forgot which episode it is, but I'm going to link it in the description box below this video. I did have a grounding practice that we've done together many times if you're familiar with this channel. So it's very simple. You want to kind of visualize that you are a tree and that you're growing roots through the soles of your feet. And it's your energy reaching down into the earth using the breath, right? You want to stay very aware of your breath. Your breath is everything. See the roots, feel the roots, be the roots, right? The tree is never separate from its roots. Deepening and widening, and just making that root system so solid, so strong, so powerful. No matter what happens, nothing can unearth you. Nothing can shake you, right? And so then from here, the other part, always two parts to the grounding. One, you grow your roots, stabilize yourself. Two is on the inhale, the way that the tree brings up the nutrients from the earth on the inhale. Bring up the earth vibration. See it, sense it, feel it, visualize it, play make believe. If you have to bring up the earth and then open through the crown and spill the earth vibration over. All the way, remember, all the way to the tips of your fingers. Into your auric field. Fill up your auric field all the way with earth. See Mother Earth, feel Mother Earth, visualize Mother Earth, fill yourself up all the way with this beautiful earth vibration, becoming one with Mother Earth, but also allowing this beautiful protection. Mother Earth is protection, and nurture. Mother Earth is nurture, and she's healing, right? And also you're in your feminine energy, because when you're grounded, you're in Mother Earth, you are in your feminine energy. Feminine energy is grounded, always. Feminine energy is never woo-woo, up in the clouds. That's not feminine energy. Feminine energy is so present, so grounded, so clear, so precise. See, you know, right? It's very, very, very much you being here all the way, all the way. And then as you're grounded like this, your light can naturally embody. As you're grounded like this, as the influxes come in, it's going to be easy for you to build light body. It's going to be easy for you to stay present. So Grounding, grounding, grounding. Let's get to number 3. I'm trying to keep these to 30 minutes. Number 3. Number 3 is make spirit or divine a part of your new norm. Meaning you want to, that good old saying, you gotta believe it to see it. Right? You want to begin to retrain your brain. And whenever doubt comes up, you don't listen to it, because doubt is the devil's ugly cousin. You never listen to doubt. You only listen to your gut. Because if something is wrong, then you'll know. And this is really interesting because, you know, sometimes, right, sometimes we think we're listening to the gut, right? But then something bad happens and you're like, but I was listening to my intuition. What's going on? Like, I'm like, you know, I can't trust it any longer now. And so this is where, you know, number 3 is a little layered. To understand spirit, light, the universe, the divine, however you feel comfortable naming it. In order for you to see it and feel it and recognize it, you have to accept the fact that everything is happening for you. And again, you can't be attached to only good things happening, right? That's not reality, because maybe there was still a lesson you needed to learn. Maybe there was still some karma you had to clear, and we clear karma through the experience. There are so many ways and so many levels and so many layers in which spirit works. But this, I can promise you, and this I can guarantee to you, everything is so divinely orchestrated. Everything. The brain, the ego likes to say, ah, that was just an accident. Ah, that was just a coincidence. There are no accidents and there are no coincidences. So moving forward, this number 3 is really important, because for you to understand that you're manifesting your new earth reality, for you to understand that you are embodying light, for you to understand that you are here to be goddess, the sovereign goddess that you have come here to be, well, you've got to work with spirit and not throw a temper tantrum every time something you wanted isn't happening. You have to get to a deeper level of trust. You have to get to a deeper and deeper and deeper. Again, it's a continuum. These 3 points are continuums. You need to notice when you're doubting. You need to notice when you're disconnected. You have to catch that and realign yourself and recenter yourself and work with spirit. It might suck, right? Whatever the situation that's not making you happy, yes, okay, so it sucks. Okay, so trust that I promise you everything is so divinely orchestrated. It's delicately orchestrated. There are no accidents. There are no coincidences. And so to work with that already helps, because sometimes, you know, the resistance and the ego really wants to go up against whatever is. And in those moments, you have to catch yourself. In those moments, you have to correct yourself. In those moments, you have to take charge and say, oh, no, I trust. I trust that this too is happening for me. What am I meant to learn here? What am I meant to see here? What am I meant to just follow and trust, not knowing, right? Sometimes we're left not knowing, and that's okay too. But, when you think of working with spirit and trusting that everything always happens for you and everything is so divinely and perfectly orchestrated, you want to go deeper with it still, so that you can actually understand that you begin to work with spirit. You begin to work with your higher self. So when you come against a challenge or you come up against something that you don't like, that you can actually pause and say to yourself, okay, all right, I trust, I'm good. Surrender, right? The key here is surrender. You have to now be willing to surrender, because this is going to take you even deeper still. Come with me, follow me, stay with me here. So as you are learning to understand and repattern your thinking into that, okay, everything happens for me, I'm going to choose to trust that. I'm going to choose to believe that. I'm going to choose to work with that. And then now you get to surrender, and now you get to surrender more, and you have to, again, continuously be in that willingness to surrender, which means as you're opening yourself to working with spirit, now, because you're grounded and because you're releasing all of the old energies that are not serving any longer, right? Because those two are the foundation to this. Now that you're working with spirit and you have the willingness to work with spirit, it's your choice. You have to choose it. You have to choose it. Believe it to see it, right? Now, because you're choosing to work with it, now you get to feel yourself, your soul, more strongly, because you're grounded. Now your soul can speak through your body. Now you have to learn to listen more, to feel more what feels right and what doesn't, right? Continuation from 1 to point 2, now to point 3. Listen, feel your body, feel what feels right, feel what doesn't. Listen to your heart. Follow this soul communication. Remember, your soul is not going to speak to you through thoughts. You are not your thoughts. Your soul will never, ever speak to you through thoughts. So don't put your thoughts on the pedestal. Don't think that your thinking and your thoughts that just happen to flow through your mind are the gospel. They are not. They are not. You want to manifest your future in the new earth? Well, number 1, number 2, number 3, choose to listen, choose to surrender, choose to be in that feeling of what is right for you. And then as you're choosing, as you're being in this willingness to surrender, now your soul is going to communicate to you more, not just through the body, not just through feeling, not just through knowing, but also inspiration. So now you're going to have ideas come in. Now you're going to have inspiration flowing in. And no, that's not thinking. No, inspiration and ideas, they just pop in. Those are not thoughts. And if you really pay attention to them, they feel different. They feel different. They come in through the right hemisphere, and they feel much lighter and much more intangible. And the left hemisphere, your thoughts, might reject that inspiration. Your ego might reject and deny that idea, that inspiration, that flow, that communication from your soul, from your higher self. And this is when you, again, need to be in the willingness and the ability to surrender. You have to be so strong at this point that you can say to these thoughts, please, back into the breath, back into the grounding. What was that? What was that? What was that again? Say that again. You know, be in communication. Support the communication, invite the communication. Some people receive communication through the dreams. I personally don't like to dream because I like good sleep. You know, just saying. But anyways, that's because I'm very open during the day. Like I'm always listening. I'm always paying attention, right? And I use my logic and my reasoning and my intelligence to serve my soul, to serve my mission, to serve the inspiration that comes in, to serve the guidance. So the willingness to surrender, that willingness to trust, that willingness to open up to the biggest parts of you, the all-seeing parts of you, the all-knowing parts of you. Because your thoughts, your brain, your ego doesn't know what your soul's highest intentions are for this lifetime. Your thoughts will never know the orchestration. Your thoughts will never know what it is that you've come here to do on a soul level, right? Your thoughts are meant to be of assistance. Your thoughts are never meant to guide. It's always your soul. New Earth is a soul-guided experience. And in order for you to be in your soul-guided communication, you've got to be present, right? Okay, one more time. Number one is keep clearing out that which isn't serving any longer, that which doesn't feel right any longer, and ask yourself, how am I still attached to it? Or what still keeps me stuck to it, to that which doesn't serve? Number two, grounding, 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 grounding. Now a daily practice. To me, it's so natural to be grounded. All I have to do is just see it in my mind's eye and boom, it's in place. Again, we pattern very quickly. Use that to your advantage. See those roots, visualize those roots, visualize bringing up Mother Earth. Say hello, Mama. Say, I love you so much. Thank you, beautiful mom, Mama Gaia, right? Work with her, work with her. She is your biggest advocate, biggest advocate. It's Goddess work is all about loving Mother Earth. Because when you can love Mother Earth, you love yourself and you can love unconditionally, right? And then number three, create a relationship with spirit. Trust this relationship. Trust this divine orchestration that is always supporting your soul's growth, always supporting your ascension, always supporting even the things that you don't like and you don't know are all happening for your highest and greatest good. Listen to your soul, right? That's included in the spirit. It's included, right? Your spirit, you're the divine. And your divine self communicates to you through your body, not through the thoughts. It communicates through the gut, through the intuition, a sense of knowing, communicates through the heart. It communicates to you through inspiration and ideas, right? Creative flow is all from within your soul, through dreams, foresight, right? Your soul never, ever, ever comes through your thoughts. Just saying. Okay, good. So from here, make sure you write these things down for yourself because it's easy to forget. Make sure you write down for yourself that yes, you are now very actively using these 3 points, manifesting your alignment within the new earth, right? You are now choosing to be the soul that has come here with magnificent intention. And whatever that is for you, never compete, never compare, right? Trust yourself, trust your soul, trust that beautiful knowing and that beautiful wisdom that lies within you. It's so much bigger. It's so much more than your IQ, your thoughts could ever know. And again, I'm not saying that the thoughts are bad. They are a part of the whole, of course. But the way that we used to put the thoughts on the pedestal, it's not working for the new earth. So you have to catch yourself and not believe all those thoughts all the time, but really believe what you're feeling in your body, how your body is feeling, how your gut is feeling, how your heart is feeling. That's what you need to really pay attention to. Ignore your thoughts, believe what you're feeling. It used to be the other way around, right? Ignore what you're feeling, only believe what you think. No. It's all the way the other way in the new earth. The thoughts are only there to serve your soul. The thoughts are only there to serve what it is that you're meant to be doing once you know what that is. Thank you for your presence. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your energy on this platform. And as always, I am sending love and light blessings to you and yours. Hugs and kisses. Ciao.